Hello everyone, this is Prudence once again. We're back with yet another inspiring and educating episode on purpose. Do you feel as though you're not living your life the way you'd want to live it, as though you're living according to someone else's demands, requirements or expectations, or as if you're not living out the real you? Then this episode is for you. Learn how to live your life to the fullest and accomplish the one thing you were created for. Through Larry's story, you'd learn how to live your own life, make your own choices and run your own boat and not be controlled by others, cause we only live once and our period on earth is very short, and we've got to spend every moment the best we can, doing what we were born to do. But before we begin, I'd like to seek your support in growing my channel by liking, subscribing and sharing if you enjoy my content. It's the least you can do to help me grow and reach as many people as possible with this great gem. God bless you as you do so. Let's jump right in. Here comes the curious purpose-driven audience. Larry, show us the way.
I've been here all day, it's almost 8 p.m. and I'm not yet through with these documents. Oh God. When am I going to finish? My boss needs it on Monday and it's Friday today. My wife. We just got married, barely a month ago, and she has to deal with all this. I need to spend more time with my family. If I continue like this, when we begin to have kids I wouldn't be a present dad.
My love, welcome home. I'll go heat up your supper.
Alright, thank you so much my dear. Don't know what I'd have been without you. I love you sweetie.
I love you too my love.
My dear, I'm so sorry.
For what?
I know you are a loving and understanding wife, which I thank God so much for, and I promise to love and take very good care of you and our family the best way I can for the rest of my life, but let's be honest with each other. I'm not treating you well enough. I'm hardly ever with you since we got married. We barely got through our honeymoon before I was called back to work. This isn't the life and future I envisioned.
I understand Larry, I'll wait for you. The family needs you though, we have to figure a way around it. Don't get worked up about it my love, we'll work things out together. God's with us.
Oh Edley, you cannot even imagine how much I love you now. I appreciate everything you do for me. Thanks for always being there for me. I love you so much dear.
Larry, are you done with this week's draft?
Mr. Shadrick, I'm through with the introduction, reviews and recommendatory part of the draft. I'd finish the rest soon.
Oh no, Larry, I don't want to hear that from you. How many weeks do you want to spend on this little assignment I've given you? Remember we're offering promotions this year, keep that in mind if you want to have a promotion. Ever since you got married, you seem to have relaxed with your duties. Get hold of yourself Larry.
Oh sir, the draft would be completed soon. I just started last week and this draft is a whole month's work, cause I need to do extensive research before I can bring a feasible report back. I can't finish within just 2 weeks sir, I plead for an extension.
Get out now and get to work Larry. I will accept nothing less than I have requested.
Oh God, how long can I continue like this? I've always been on time with every assignment, but I've carried on more responsibilities and I'm needed in both areas. What do I do now? I need your help oh God, give me wisdom on how to go about this, please.
Larry, you're still here.
Nettie, what are you doing back here?
I forgot my keys, so I came back for them. But why are you still here? Everyone is gone, even the boss himself isn't around.
Nettie, I haven't completed the draft yet and tomorrow is the deadline. I asked the boss for an extension on Monday but he refused to give me, and requested I finished it before our next meeting which is tomorrow. I have to finish it to keep my job you know.
That's so sad Larry. How about your wife? You know you just got married, you shouldn't stay out so late. Take it from a woman, we women love to have our husbands around. When you stay out this long, over time, it'd strain your relationship and give room for wrong thoughts in your wife's mind, like whether or not you've began cheating and all that. You cannot kill yourself and happiness to keep your job. When you're gone, you'd be replaced in no time. Larry, I advise you get home to your wife. It's really late, she must be very worried by now. Also, considering the fact that you're newlyweds, she isn't used to worrying about someone being out late. It might stress her out.
You're right, Nettie. My wife. I know she isn't happy, but she's covering it up because I need to work, but I don't know what to do about it, Nettie.
There's very little advice I can give you, but I know you are a prayerful Christian, and I believe in the power of prayer too. Ask God for wisdom on how to handle it. He alone can give appropriate and ideal wisdom for your situation. No matter how little or big it may seem, the size doesn't matter to God. My love, you've been sad since you came home. What's the matter?
Edley, I feel as though I'm living someone else's life, doing things to please others and nothing that brings me personal joy. I feel as though my life is being run by others and their demands and expectations. When would I start living my own life?
Oh Larry, you're living your life. Now, I know what I'm about saying might sound strange to you because you're not used to hearing such from me, but Larry, your life is how you choose to see or make it. You decide how you want to live it. Just like you made a choice to give your life to Christ and has since been a resilient and strong Christian, actively resisting sin, you have to make a strong, resolute decision to do things that favor your chosen path in life. It is in being thoughtful and conscious of what you want your life to look like that you can make right decisions and sift between what demands and expectations to meet and what to ignore.
I understand you perfectly, Edley, but my problem is I don't even know what exactly to do with my life. I don't know what I want.
Alright, Larry, let's do this. You're tired, and it's late. I'll let you rest now. We'll continue this tomorrow. But we're beginning your change tomorrow. You wouldn't come back home after 6 p.m. Try to be home by 5 p.m. so you can have supper early and we discuss this into details, alright?
Alright.
Larry, are you done with the draft?
Oh, Mr. Shadrick, you mentioned you'd be reviewing it today, not me presenting it today. I'm not ready yet.
Larry, I expected more from you. What is this you're telling me? You aren't done, you are fired. Starting today, I don't need your lazy ass running around in my office any longer.
Oh, Mr. Shadrick, please don't do this. I have always been punctual with every responsibility placed on me. I am the organizer, but I agreed to take up the drafting work instead if the secretary, because you mentioned she wasn't feeling too well, and I'm new to drafting. I had to get enough information so I could present feasible details to you, sir. But the time you gave me was too short, sir. Please understand me and give me another chance.
Get out now, I'd have none of that. You knew what was expected of you and you fell short of it. This company does not accept anything less than the best.
Want to steal your audience for a second, Larry? Just wanted to jump in and ask, are you still here, my lovely audience? If you are, kindly remember to spare a few seconds of your time to like, share and subscribe to my channel. It's the only way to be a part of this great ministry of touching lives through stories. I pray this story, for one, inspires you and offers plausible insight for whatever situation you might be going through. Wouldn't keep you too long. Larry, the spotlight is yours once again.
Larry.
Yes, Nettie.
I heard the boss fussing about something from the conference room. What happened?
Nettie, the boss has fired me. I'm summing up my work to leave.
What? But you have been a great resource to this company. A very hard-working one for that matter. What happened? How could the boss just do that? He is a very demanding and short-tempered man. I wonder how you put up with him even all these years.
I don't know what else he expects from me. The only thing I haven't done for this company is kill myself, but this is what I get in turn.
Larry, I think there's something big out there for you. Perhaps this place was only holding you down and God had to take it away from you so your eyes could be open to see what He has for you. Take heart. You'll be fine. I feel sorry for you, and I pray God heals the wounds and leaves no scars.
Thank you so much, Nettie. You have been a very supportive coworker. I thank God for you. I pray God blesses you. Have all the support you've offered me all through my stay here. I'll take my leave now.
God go with you. Welcome, honey. You're back early today.
I'm so sorry, Edley.
Wait, what happened?
I lost my job.
What? How did it happen?
My boss gave me some assignment to complete but wouldn't give me enough time to finish, and when I wasn't done by the time he wanted it done, he fired me.
Just like that?
Yes, just like that. He is a short-tempered and very demanding man.
Now I understand why you felt the way you felt yesterday. Let's push that aside now. Supper is ready. We'll talk about that after your body is nourished. You'll not kill yourself for someone else.
This is why I married you. How lucky I am to have you. I thought you were going to throw a fuss. I'm so grateful to God for having you. So what did you want us to do today? When you asked, I closed early.
We're going to find a solution that will bring back the happiness of my husband and our home.
And what's that?
You mentioned not knowing what you want to do. Now, we're not going to focus on what you want to do. We're going to look at what you don't want to do first. What don't you want to do?
I'm tired of working under people, and I want to change that.
What else?
And I don't want my children to grow up with a father but no dad.
I'm still listening.
And I don't want to be always away from you for long periods. It would strain our relationship in the long run.
Is that all?
Yes, that is all, or at least what I can think of now.
All right. That's fine. Now we find the solutions to what you don't want. First, you don't want to work under people, so the only way is to start a business of your own. We'd get into the departments of that too later. Next, you don't want to be absent from home when we have kids, and your former job was going to do that if you kept at it any longer than you did. So you getting fired there corrects that. Also, to stay with me, I've got a degree in finance and accounting and you in business management. We could start a business and financial management firm where we give advice to people willing to start businesses and help them with budgeting and payment of expenses, how to plan savings and investment against expenditure, and helping business owners with managing their tax and bill payment efficiently. We don't need so much. The maximum starter is an office apartment. You as the CEO and I as your secretary and accountant. We wouldn't be away from each other as much any longer, and I also get to put my skills to use.
What a wise woman I married. But you know the rumors about couples working together and how it strains their relationship. Don't you think it might happen to us too?
Larry, we can be different. We don't have to be like everybody else, you know. Let's give it a try and see how it goes. We'll fight the struggles as they come. We cannot be fully sharpened before we begin. We'll be sharpened along the way. When we make mistake, we communicate effectively to get through them. I believe that will get us to our dream.
Indeed, my virtuous woman. Indeed. So where do we start from?
Remember the money we saved during our courtship for the wedding? There's some of it left. I have some savings too we could add to it to rent an office apartment and get signboards ready too.
Oh wow, you didn't use all the money for the wedding.
No, I didn't. Why else do you think we had just 2 dishes served to the guests and going to a photo shoot shop instead of going to some fancy resort for our wedding photos?
I've got very little idea. I left the feeding and decor stuff up to you to decide, and I didn't really pay attention to it. What was more important to me was marrying you.
Those were things we could find replacement for. Photos could be taken later when we had enough money to afford it all.
A virtuous woman, who can find? Her price is above rubies. I'm glad I didn't rush into marriage but waited in the Lord for you. Whatever would I have done without you? I bless His for your life, dear.
And I bless the Lord for giving me such a loving and caring husband who appreciates me.
Good morning, officer.
Good morning. How can I help you?
Please, I'm here to authorize some payments made for one of the offices on the left street, close to the CBC Bank.
All right, you'll sign a few documents first.
All right.
Welcome back, my love. How did it go?
We've secured an office now, and it's close to where we have the banks in town, so we can be closer to securing customers with businesses.
That's great news. I think we need to thank God for this major breakthrough, cause I know more is yet to come. Dear Father, my husband and I are here before you, thanking you so much for this major breakthrough that you have given us. Words cannot describe how grateful we are. For this great blessing you have given us, we give you all the praise for how far you brought us in this marriage and where you are taking us. You alone deserve all the glory. Your name be praised.
Yes, Lord, you have shown us mercy and great favor beyond our expectations. Indeed, you took that away from me, so I could discover what would indeed bring me joy and fulfillment. I also thank you for the gift of wisdom and you've given to my wife to bear all this with me all along. I bless your name, for I know that many seek to have this, but you have so mercifully chosen me and my family to bless this much. Let your name be praised above all others. In Jesus' name we prayed.
Amen. We forgot to thank God for another thing.
And what's that?
You'll hear it at the same time as God. Cause you place the request and God gave the request. So the giver and the receiver need to be acknowledged at the same time. Lord Jesus, once again, we come before you thanking you for the gift of our first child. You deserve all the praise for bringing him at such a time as this. Words cannot describe how grateful we are for his conception. We commit his entire gestation period through to delivery, that you would be with us and see us through every challenge safely, that your name would be glorified in the end. In Jesus' name we prayed.
What? We're having a baby?
Yes, my love.
How many weeks in are we?
4 weeks.
Edley, you have made me the happiest man on earth. I love you so much. When did you know?
I was supposed to have my period last week, but I didn't have it, and I noticed I was beginning not to feel so well, so I went to the hospital and that's how I found out.
Oh Edley, and why didn't you tell me back then?
You always came back home troubled. I didn't know how you'd take the news, so I decided to wait for a better time.
Oh Edley, you are just too much. We've got to celebrate this.
If you watch to the end, you are the real champ. No viable seed planted refuses to grow into a mature plant. May the viable seed of wisdom whipped from this episode after planting by application, grow into very fruitful trees in your life in Jesus' name. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a nice comment too, if you so wish. Ciao, adios mis amados. Hasta luego, see you in the next episode.